And a lot of people ask how I found out about this news. And the reality is quite by accident. I was reading the morning news one day and I was reminded of what my grandfather used to say to me. And he would yell it at me sometimes. He said, "I don't give a fuck what you do in life just as long as you're the best at it." Well, the news that I was reading, reminded me of the former Camden County Prosecutor Warren Faulk, because he must have known my grandfather. The local news reported that the FBI awarded Camden City with the most prestigious title a city could ever strive for. Now, quoting the news, it's the best of the worst crime cities in the United States. But that's not all. The news was overly publicized to accomplish several things. One, to divert attention from the population regarding the corruption in Camden. Two, to instill fear in the population that they may become a victim of crime, which helps justify the increased police spending. And three, set a statistical baseline for Camden County such that any increased spending on policing the city can be validated when the crime rate drops below the baseline. There was an unexpected outcome from overly publicizing this news. Here, the population's fear rose to such a level it became a contagion infecting resident rats. And it's true, rats actually began evacuating to neighboring cities to escape Camden. Nevertheless, even after millions of rats scurried away at an alarming rate, the crime persisted. Another theory was posed where the crime rate problem is attributed to the population to square acre ratio. Now, psychological studies show that rats living in close quarters can result in their heightened territorial behaviors. Still, a population of approximately 77,000 living within an approximate 5,600 square acres, Camden residents should be quite comfortable with room to breathe. Mathematically, each person has an approximate 58 square foot living space. You can fit roughly 42 full-size cars in that same space. After presenting the crime issue to our state governor, Chris Christie, in his State of the State address, Christie made a most profound statement. Now, get this. He said, "Far too long, Camden has been one of the most dangerous cities in New Jersey and in America." Now, I say, wow, did he work all night to come up with that statement? As I stated, maybe it's not the rats that evacuated Camden which are the problem. I decided to research why Camden City is crime central. Unexpectedly, my research into the crime problem unearthed a secret organization from within New Jersey's criminal justice system, specifically within the Camden County Office of the Prosecutor. After finding this organization, I was reminded of the recent film The Man from U.N.C.L.E., a remake of the American television series from the mid-60s. The show was broadcast on NBC from 1964 to 1968, and it illustrated the adventures of two agents who worked for a fictitious secret international espionage and law enforcement agency called U.N.C.L.E. Whew, say that in one breath. Originally, the meaning of uncle was left ambiguous, leaving us viewers to associate the organization to either Uncle Sam or the United Nations. But producers later clarified that UNCLE was an acronym for the United Network Command for Law and Enforcement. This special Camden agency was not unlike UNCLE, but it was formed from a crackerjack team of women who had a unique understanding of tyrannical morality. You'll have to look that one up. The higher-ups agreed Camden County desperately needed a team that would disagree with the rights of citizens and ignore the United States Constitution. Their plan: to stop crime with crime. This is a concept derived from firefighters who use explosives to extinguish fires, to fight fire with fire. With this plan, the special team could operate as criminals whose actions fall under the protections of prosecutorial immunity, meaning no one could touch them. Now, unlike the men from U.N.C.L.E., who understood and abided by international law, these female officers violate the rule of law by assigning guilt and punishment before the presumption of innocence. With the man from U.N.C.L.E. in mind, The former Warren W. Faulk dubbed his secret division as the Camden Unit of National Tyrants. And to maintain the status quo, Warren created a hierarchy and assigned a National Tyrants Director who goes by the name of Tracy A. Cogan. Tracy Cogan was also assigned the special code name within the Camden Unit of National Tyrants, the Hammer. In short, Tracy Cogan has the special task of overseeing and training upcoming female officers for the Camden Unit of National Tyrants. I'll stop here and allow you to read on and find out what else Ms. Cogan has been up to. Thank you for watching, sharing this news, and in the words of Walter Cronkite, that's the way it is.